Build something out of Lego. Clear out.
Clear out.
Clear out.
Clear out.
To remove or vacate a place or area.
To remove or vacate a place or area.
Clear up.
Clear up.
Clear up.
Clear up.
To make something clean or understandable.
To make something clean or understandable.
Come about.
Come about.
Come about.
Come about.
To happen or occur.
To happen or occur.
Come across.
Come across.
Come across.
Come across.
To find or encounter unexpectedly.
To find or encounter unexpectedly.
Come along.
Come along.
Come along.
Come along.
To accompany or progress.
To accompany or progress.
Come apart.
Come apart.
Come apart.
Come apart.
To separate or break into pieces.
To separate or break into pieces.
Come around.
Come around.
Come around.
Come around.
To change one's opinion or recover.
To change one's opinion or recover.
Come at.
Come at.
Come at.
Come at.
To approach or attack.
To approach or attack.
Come between.
Come between.
Come between.
Come between.
To interfere in a relationship or situation.
To interfere in a relationship or situation.
Come by.
Come by.
Come by.
Come by.
To acquire.
To acquire.
Come down.
Come down.
Come down.
Come down.
To descend.
To descend.
Come down to.
Come down to.
Come down to.
Come down to.
To amount to.
To amount to.
Come in for.
Come in for.
Come in for.
Come in for.
To receive.
To receive.
Come off.
Come off.
Come off.
Come off.
To detach.
To detach.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
To progress.
To progress.
Come out.
Come out.
Come out.
Come out.
To be revealed.
To be revealed.
Come through.
Come through.
Come through.
Come through.
To succeed.
To succeed.
Come to.
Come to.
Come to.
Come to.
To regain consciousness.
To regain consciousness.
Come up.
Come up.
Come up.
Come up.
To arise or appear.
To arise or appear.
Come up against.
Come up against.
Come up against.
Come up against.
To encounter obstacles.
To encounter obstacles.
Come up to.
Come up to.
Come up to.
Come up to.
To approach.
To approach.
Come up with.
Come up with.
Come up with.
Come up with.
To invent or suggest.
To invent or suggest.
In common.
In common.
In common.
In common.
Shared characteristics.
Shared characteristics.
Beyond compare.
Beyond compare.
Beyond compare.
Beyond compare.
Unmatched.
Unmatched.
Compare to.
Compare to.
Compare to.
Compare to.
To liken to.
To liken to.
By comparison.
By comparison.
By comparison.
By comparison.
When contrasted.
When contrasted.
In comparison with.
In comparison with.
In comparison with.
In comparison with.
When contrasted with.
When contrasted with.
Be composed of.
Be composed of.
Be composed of.
Be composed of.
To be made up of.
To be made up of.
As far as, be concerned.
As far as be concerned.
As far as, be concerned.
As far as be concerned.
Regarding a specific aspect.
Regarding a specific aspect.
On condition that.
On condition that.
On condition that.
On condition that.
With the requirement that.
With the requirement that.
Out of condition.
Out of condition.
Out of condition.
Out of condition.
Not in good health or shape.
Not in good health or shape.
In confidence.
In confidence.
In confidence.
In confidence.
With trust and secrecy.
With trust and secrecy.
Take into one's confidence.
Take into one's confidence.
Take into one's confidence.
Take into one's confidence.
To trust and confide in.
To trust and confide in.
In conjunction with.
In conjunction with.
In conjunction with.
In conjunction with.
Together with.
Together with.
In connection with.
In connection with.
In connection with.
In connection with.
Related to.
Related to.
In conscience.
In conscience.
In conscience.
In conscience.
With a clear conscience.
With a clear conscience.
On one's conscience.
On one's conscience.
On one's conscience.
On one's conscience.
Causing guilt or regret.
Causing guilt or regret.
By common consent.
By common consent.
By common consent.
By common consent.
With unanimous agreement.
With unanimous agreement.
In consequence.
In consequence.
In consequence.
In consequence.
As a result.
As a result.
In consequence of.
In consequence of.
In consequence of.
In consequence of.
Because of.
Because of.
In consideration of.
In consideration of.
In consideration of.
In consideration of.
Considering.
Considering.
Take into consideration.
Take into consideration.
Take into consideration.
Take into consideration.
Consider.
Consider.
On the contrary.
On the contrary.
On the contrary.
On the contrary.
Opposite viewpoint.
Opposite viewpoint.
To the contrary.
To the contrary.
To the contrary.
To the contrary.
In contrast.
In contrast.
By contrast.
By contrast.
By contrast.
By contrast.
In comparison.
In comparison.
In contrast to.
In contrast to.
In contrast to.
In contrast to.
Compared to.
Compared to.
In control.
In control.
In control.
In control.
Managing.
Managing.
Out of control.
Out of control.
Out of control.
Out of control.
Unmanageable.
Unmanageable.
Under control.
Under control.
Under control.
Under control.
Managed.
Managed.
To the core.
To the core.
To the core.
To the core.
Completely.
Completely.
At all costs.
At all costs.
At all costs.
At all costs.
Regardless of expense.
Regardless of expense.
At the cost of.
At the cost of.
At the cost of.
At the cost of.
Resulting in harm.
Resulting in harm.
Keep one's own counsel.
Keep one's own counsel.
Keep one's own counsel.
Keep one's own counsel.
Keep secrets.
Keep secrets.
Count against.
Count against.
Count against.
Count against.
Negative consideration.
Negative consideration.
Count down.
Count down.
Count down.
Count down.
Decrease or recite.
Decrease or recite.
Count in.
Count in.
Count in.
Count in.
Include.
Include.
Count on.
Count on.
Count on.
Count on.
Rely on.
Rely on.
Count out.
Count out.
Count out.
Count out.
Exclude.
Exclude.
Count up.
Count up.
Count up.
Count up.
Accumulate.
Accumulate.
In the course of.
In the course of.
In the course of.
In the course of.
During. In the process of.
During. In the process of.
In due course.
In due course.
In due course.
In due course.
Eventually, at the right time.
Eventually at the right time.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Naturally, obviously.
Naturally, obviously.
Cover for.
Cover for.
Cover for.
Cover for.
Provide an excuse or protection for.
Provide an excuse or protection for.
Cover up.
Cover up.
Cover up.
Cover up.
Hide, conceal.
Hide, conceal.
Take cover.
Take cover.
Take cover.
Take cover.
Find shelter or protection.
Find shelter or protection.
Undercover.
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 Hidden, concealed.
Hidden, concealed.
Crack down.
Crack down.
Crack down.
Crack down.
Enforce laws or regulations.
Enforce laws or regulations.
Crack up.
Crack up.
Crack up.
Crack up.
Burst into laughter, break down.
Burst into laughter, break down.
Crawl with.
Crawl with.
Crawl with.
Crawl with.
Be filled with.
Be filled with.
On cue.
On cue.
On cue.
On cue.
Precisely on time, as planned.
Precisely on time as planned.
Take one's cue from.
Take one's cue from.
Take one's cue from.
Take one's cue from.
To follow someone's lead or example.
To follow someone's lead or example.
Curl up.
Curl up.
Curl up.
Curl up.
To form into a curl or spiral.
To form into a curl or spiral.
Cut across.
Cut across.
Cut across.
Cut across.
To go across a surface or area.
To go across a surface or area.
Cut back.
Cut back.
Cut back.
Cut back.
To reduce or decrease.
To reduce or decrease.
Cut down.
Cut down.
Cut down.
Cut down.
To reduce or diminish.
To reduce or diminish.
Cut in.
Cut in.
Cut in.
Cut in.
To interrupt or join in.
To interrupt or join in.
Cut off.
Cut off.
Cut off.
Cut off.
To disconnect or remove.
To disconnect or remove.
Cut out.
Cut out.
Cut out.
Cut out.
To remove or eliminate.
To remove or eliminate.
Dash off.
Dash off.
Dash off.
Dash off.
To write or do quickly.
To write or do quickly.
Out of date.
Out of date.
Out of date.
Out of date.
No longer current or valid.
No longer current or valid.
To date.
To date.
To date.
To date.
Up to the present time.
Up to the present time.
Up to date.
Up to date.
Up to date.
Up to date.
Current and modern.
Current and modern.
Turn a deaf ear.
Turn a deaf ear.
Turn a deaf ear.
Turn a deaf ear.
To ignore or disregard.
To ignore or disregard.
A good deal.
A good deal.
A good deal.
A good deal.
A large amount or extent.
A large amount or extent.
Deal in.
Deal in.
Deal in.
Deal in.
To trade or work with.
To trade or work with.
Deal with.
Deal with.
Deal with.
Deal with.
To handle or manage.
To handle or manage.
In debt.
In debt.
In debt.
In debt.
Owing money in financial debt.
Owing money in financial debt.
In somebody's debt.
In somebody's debt.
In somebody's debt.
In somebody's debt.
Owing someone a favor or gratitude.
Owing someone a favor or gratitude.
Take delight in.
Take delight in.
Take delight in.
Take delight in.
To enjoy or find pleasure in.
To enjoy or find pleasure in.
Go into detail.
Go into detail.
Go into detail.
Go into detail.
To discuss thoroughly or extensively.
To discuss thoroughly or extensively.
In detail.
In detail.
In detail.
In detail.
Thoroughly, with specifics.
Thoroughly with specifics.
Leave to one's own devices.
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 To allow someone to make their own decisions and solve problems without assistance.
To allow someone to make their own decisions and solve problems without assistance.
Die away.
Die away.
Die away.
Die away.
Gradually become weaker.
Gradually become weaker.
Die down.
Die down.
Die down.
Die down.
Decrease in intensity.
Decrease in intensity.
Die out.
Die out.
Die out.
Die out.
Become extinct or disappear.
Become extinct or disappear.
Be on a diet.
Be on a diet.
Be on a diet.
Be on a diet.
Restrict food intake for health.
Restrict food intake for health.
Make a difference.
Make a difference.
Make a difference.
Make a difference.
Have a significant impact.
Have a significant impact.
In difficulty.
In difficulty.
In difficulty.
In difficulty.
Facing a challenging situation.
Facing a challenging situation.
Dip into.
Dip into.
Dip into.
Dip into.
Briefly involve oneself in.
Briefly involve oneself in.
In disguise.
In disguise.
In disguise.
In disguise.
In a concealed or altered appearance.
In a concealed or altered appearance.
In the distance.
In the distance.
In the distance.
In the distance.
Far away from the observer.
Far away from the observer.
Keep at a distance.
Keep at a distance.
Keep at a distance.
Keep at a distance.
Maintain a certain space apart.
Maintain a certain space apart.
Do away with.
Do away with.
Do away with.
Do away with.
Eliminate, remove.
Eliminate, remove.
Do for.
Do for.
Do for.
Do for.
Perform tasks for someone.
Perform tasks for someone.
Do up.
Do up.
Do up.
Do up.
Fasten, secure, or repair.
Fasten, secure, or repair.
Do with.
Do with.
Do with.
Do with.
Handle or deal with.
Handle or deal with.
Do without.
Do without.
Do without.
Do without.
Manage or survive without.
Manage or survive without.
Have nothing to do with.
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 Not related or involved with.
Not related or involved with.
Have to do with.
Have to do with.
Have to do with.
Have to do with.
Be related or connected to.
Be related or connected to.
Beyond doubt.
Beyond doubt.
Beyond doubt.
Beyond doubt.
Without a doubt, certainly.
Without a doubt, certainly.
In doubt.
In doubt.
In doubt.
In doubt.
Uncertain or unsure.
Uncertain or unsure.
No doubt.
No doubt.
No doubt.
No doubt.
Certainly, unquestionably.
Certainly, unquestionably.
Drag on.
Drag on.
Drag on.
Drag on.
Continue for an extended time.
Continue for an extended time.
Draw in.
Draw in.
Draw in.
Draw in.
Make a vehicle stop or enter.
Make a vehicle stop or enter.
Draw on.
Draw on.
Draw on.
Draw on.
Utilize or make use of.
Utilize or make use of.
Draw up.
Draw up.
Draw up.
Draw up.
Create, compose, or draft.
Create, compose, or draft.
Dress up.
Dress up.
Dress up.
Dress up.
Wear formal or fancy clothing.
Wear formal or fancy clothing.
Drop by.
Drop by.
Drop by.
Drop by.
Visit briefly or informally.
Visit briefly or informally.
Drop off.
Drop off.
Drop off.
Drop off.
Deliver or leave someone or something.
Deliver or leave someone or something.
Drop out.
Drop out.
Drop out.
Drop out.
Quit or leave a group or activity.
Quit or leave a group or activity.
Drum up.
Drum up.
Drum up.
Drum up.
Generate support or business.
Generate support or business.
Due to.
Due to.
Due to.
Due to.
Because of, as a result of.
Because of, as a result of.
Off duty.
Off duty.
Off duty.
Off duty.
Not working or on a break.
Not working or on a break.
On duty.
On duty.
On duty.
On duty.
Actively working or in service.
Actively working or in service.
Each other.
Each other.
Each other.
Each other.
One another, mutual.
One another, mutual.
In earnest.
In earnest.
In earnest.
In earnest.
With sincere and serious intent.
With sincere and serious intent.
On earth.
On earth.
On earth.
On earth.
In existence, in the world.
In existence in the world.
At ease.
At ease.
At ease.
At ease.
Comfortable and relaxed.
Comfortable and relaxed.
Ease off.
Ease off.
Ease off.
Ease off.
Reduce or lessen intensity.
Reduce or lessen intensity.
Bring into effect.
Bring into effect.
Bring into effect.
Bring into effect.
To make something happen or take action on a plan or idea.
To make something happen or take action on a plan or idea.
Come into effect.
Come into effect.
Come into effect.
Come into effect.
Become operational or valid.
Become operational or valid.
In effect.
In effect.
In effect.
In effect.
In operation or in force.
In operation or in force.
Take effect.
Take effect.
Take effect.
Take effect.
Become active or take hold.
Become active or take hold.
To the effect that.
To the effect that.
To the effect that.
To the effect that.
With the result or meaning that.
With the result or meaning that.
Or else.
or else,
or else.
or else,
Otherwise, if not.
otherwise if not,
End in,
end in,
end in.
end in,
Result in, conclude.
result in, conclude,
End up,
end up,
end up.
end up,
Conclude or arrive at a place.
conclude or arrive at a place.
In the end,
In the end,
in the end.
in the end,
Ultimately, finally.
ultimately, finally,
No end,
no end,
no end.
no end,
Without limit or endlessly.
without limit or endlessly,
On end,
on end,
on end.
on end,
Continuously or without interruption.
continuously or without interruption.
Enjoy oneself.
Enjoy oneself.
Enjoy oneself.
Enjoy oneself.
Have a good time or be happy.
Have a good time or be happy.
Break even.
Break even.
Break even.
Break even.
Make neither profit nor loss.
Make neither profit nor loss.
Even as.
Even as.
Even as.
Even as.
At the same time as, while.
At the same time as, while.
Even if.
Even if.
Even if.
Even if.
Regardless of whether.
Regardless of whether.
Get even with.
Get even with.
Get even with.
Get even with.
Take revenge or retaliate.
Take revenge or retaliate.
At all events.
At all events.
At all events.
At all events.
In any case, no matter what.
In any case, no matter what.
In the event.
In the event.
In the event.
In the event.
In case something happens.
In case something happens.
In the event that.
In the event that.
In the event that.
In the event that.
If or when a specific situation occurs.
If or when a specific situation occurs.
In the event of.
In the event of.
In the event of.
In the event of.
If or when a specific situation occurs.
if or when a specific situation occurs.
In evidence.
In evidence.
In evidence.
In evidence.
Clearly visible or demonstrated.
Clearly visible or demonstrated.
Except for.
Except for.
Except for.
Except for.
Apart from, excluding.
Apart from, excluding.
Take exception to.
Take exception to.
Take exception to.
Take exception to.
Disagree with or be offended by something.
Disagree with or be offended by something.
In excess of.
In excess of.
In excess of.
In excess of.
More than, surpassing a particular limit or quantity.
More than, surpassing a particular limit or quantity.
To excess.
To excess.
To excess.
To excess.
Beyond a reasonable or necessary amount.
Beyond a reasonable or necessary amount.
Exert oneself.
Exert oneself.
Exert oneself.
Exert oneself.
To make a great effort, to work hard.
To make a great effort, to work hard.
At the expense of.
At the expense of.
At the expense of.
At the expense of.
Resulting in a cost or sacrifice to achieve something.
Resulting in a cost or sacrifice to achieve something.
To a certain extent.
To a certain extent.
To a certain extent.
To a certain extent.
To some degree, to some extent.
To some degree, to some extent.
Go to extremes.
Go to extremes.
Go to extremes.
Go to extremes.
Take actions or attitudes to an extreme level.
Take actions or attitudes to an extreme level.
In the extreme.
In the extreme.
In the extreme.
In the extreme.
To an excessive or extreme degree.
To an excessive or extreme degree.
Catch one's eye.
Catch one's eye.
Catch one's eye.
Catch one's eye.
To attract one's attention or interest.
To attract one's attention or interest. Most things look better when you put them in a circle.